Hi, I am Michael Gulotta. I am the chef partner of MoFo and MAYPOP restaurants here in New Orleans, Louisiana. MAYPOP is more playing back into my fine dining training, but focusing on the Mississippi Delta meets the Mekong Delta. In New Orleans, the food has to be bright and exciting. It has to be aggressively seasoned. You know, I think Kikkoman products work seamlessly into MAYPOP's cuisine and MoFo's cuisine because of that Southeast Asian influence. We use a ton of rice vinegar. We use the toasted sesame oil. We finish a lot of dishes with that. The Thai chili sauce is perfect for a lot of our applications. And so, I mean, it's a no-brainer for us. It works into so many of our dishes. Today we're making a chilled buckwheat noodle salad with Louisiana blue crab, roasted eggplant, and a spicy sesame vinaigrette. So in my mind, it's a very simple vinaigrette. It does have a number of components, but they all serve a purpose. So we start with the sesame oil. So this dish really wouldn't work without the toasted sesame oil. It rounds out everything in the dish. A little bit of the rice vinegar. The rice vinegar is great because in so many parts of our cuisine, we have to balance that hot, sour, salty, sweet. The sour is a really important part of it because it can balance out sweetness, it can magnify spice, and in so many applications, when you're finished tasting the final dish, you're like, all right, we need something, what is it? And a lot of times it is that acid. It's clean. It's a clean punch of acidity that elevates everything around it, as opposed to really changing the flavor profile. And so that's really what I want, because I want to show off the flavors of that toasted sesame. I want to show off the flavors of the crab and the roasted eggplant. And I don't want to mask the flavor of that freshly made pasta, and so that's why I love that rice vinegar elevates as opposed to masking. For salt, we add a little bit of the tamari, and the most important part of that hot, sour, salty, sweet is, of course, the salty. And so the tamari comes in, and because it's not just pure salt flavor, it also has that fermented flavor. It has that a little bit of umami kick that we need. But of course, you know, the salt is the one that hits you right on the tip of your tongue, and so it is the most important flavor component of the dish. We add a little honey, both for sweetness and to emulsify it. Along with, we want a little bit of that numbing, so we add some Szechuan pepper oil and fresh ground Szechuan peppercorns. Oh, and a little bit of the Thai chili sauce. And so on the face of it, it's a pretty straightforward vinaigrette, but once it's completed, it hits all of those notes that I love. It has that hot, sour, salty, sweet. All those components are in there. To plate this dish is pretty straightforward. It's a simple tossed pasta dish. For every order, we cook the pasta and then we chill it and ice it to order, so it still has that spring and that bounce. So as soon as it's cold, it immediately gets tossed with the roasted eggplant, a lot of fresh mint, the vinaigrette, and then we very carefully add that crab meat at the end because we don't want to break that crab meat up. We want to keep it in nice lumps. And then we finish it with a little more toasted sesame oil and some fresh toasted sesame seeds. And here we have our chilled buckwheat noodle salad.